90% of those guys were in outstanding condition. And the difference was they were in better condition than the other guy, you know? And so they just wore the other guy out. They, you know, they'd hit balls, and the other guy just save them, and just keep going. That was the same thing with Ron Enberg. I mean, you know, Ron Enberg was like the strongest, biggest guy for 20 years. And so he could hit the ball much harder than anybody he played. His serves were much harder. So he just had so much pressure on his opponents because he hit the ball so hard. None of those guys could hit the ball that hard at his age, whatever age it was.
Who was the first one who had the finesse? Would you say that was Haber or?
Stuffy Singer probably. You know, Stuffy, Ned Haber, and then Chapman was better than any of them. Chapman was better than any of them. Not quite the accuracy of Haber, but more. He could execute more shots better than Haber. And Chapman goes down the greatest back wall right hand that ever played the game. Chapman. I watched him for years. I watched him when he was national champ. He get a back wall. It was down. Every back wall was down. When he was playing, just recently, when he played in Minnesota against Lenning had him 20-18. And Chapman got in and served. He got 3 back walls that were totally different. One of them hit the side wall, came off at an angle. He went back with his right hand and buried it. So it was 19. Then he got another back wall that was a high, almost like a ceiling, dropping off the back, down the back. He got a right hand and buried it. And then he got another one, I forgot what it was, off the back wall. And he had it was back in the left-hand corner, but he twisted around and got his right hand on it, buried it. Beat Lenning 21-18, first game. And the other, during his heyday, two things, the greatest diver. I watched Chapman dive for balls. Never once did I ever not see him kill it. He never saved it, and he never floored it. They were always flat, Chapman. Those two things, back wall and diving. I watched him dive one time behind the guy with his left hand, dove, hit the ball, buried it, and then hit his head against the wall, slide, you know, go across.